morning, everyone. We're back with another Revolution Round Town, and we are in a site that a lot of people don't know about, but there is incredible work that happens here. So we are at the Children's Recovery Center, and I'm joined by Louise.
Hi, everybody. Thanks for having me.
Of course. The work you guys do is phenomenal, and I hate that our community doesn't know about it because, you know, it's not the fun, glamorous side of, you know, what people think to raise money for children and for children's needs. And so I really wanted to spotlight this, and you guys have a lot of fun stuff going on this week, so we want to touch on that. So, but first of all, could you just tell our viewers a little bit about who the Children's Recovery Center is and who you guys help?
Sure, I'd be happy to. The Children's Recovery Center is the child advocacy center for Horry and Georgetown counties. What that means is we advocate for children who are victims of abuse. The kids who come to the Children's Recovery Center are victims of sexual assault and physical assault. Most of the kids we see here are victims of sexual assault, sadly. We offer forensic interviews, forensic medical exams, advocacy, education, and referrals for other services as needed for these kids. Every year, I've been in this job for 7 years. Every year since I've been here, we see more and more kids. Last year, we saw 377 children. This year, we are on target to see over 400.
Yeah, it's insane.
It is insane. So, but the good thing is that the kids are coming. There's so much education now in the schools and in the community about child abuse awareness, and kids are told if something bad is happening, it's okay to tell somebody.
Right.
And so I think that's where we're seeing more and more kids. So that makes me happy that more children are being helped.
Yeah, we were here about a week ago with the chamber, and we were talking about, you know, that you see 400, you know, almost 400 kids this year, but how many kids do you not see?
Right, exactly.
And, you know, and that's what's, you know, a sad number out there.
Right.
That's where our teachers really, you know, kind of step up. You know, during the pandemic, it was hard. They were saying they didn't see as many because there wasn't as much reporting.
That's
and
right.
Now it's really kind of picked up.
And now it is really, we are really busy right now.
Yeah.
We are, I think a lot of kids were home last year, and, you know, things might have happened that they're just now telling about.
Right.
When a child discloses abuse, usually it's not something that happened yesterday. It's something that might have happened 6 months ago. And it's a secret that the child's been keeping. So what we do is empower those children here to be able to share their story with us. And that's their first step in recovering, because we want these children to heal as children and not carry this trauma into adulthood with them.
Right. So they have a facility here right in downtown Myrtle Beach. They're actually doing a ribbon cutting tomorrow at a new facility.
Yep.
But the facility across the street is where you bring the children. So
that's
I just
correct.
wanted to, if you would, just kind of go through from like kind of the beginning of when they tell somebody or the police are involved or the hospital or something like that. How does that all work, and how do you guys, you know, include them?
Sure. Okay, first of all, children, the only way we see children is by way of referral, and children are referred by police, DSS, and or a medical professional. A referral comes to our office, and our children's advocate receives it. We get all the paperwork together, and then the children's advocate, things are done a little bit differently now because of COVID, so the children's advocate does the intake over the phone, asks a bunch of questions about what happened, a bunch of health screening questions about the children, about a lot of questions are asked about, you know, who's in the home. By the time, and then an appointment will be scheduled for the child to come to the Children's Recovery Center. If the police go and respond to an allegation of abuse, and they find the child is in danger, the child will be removed from the home immediately. So a lot of times when the children come here, they're brought here by a foster parent or a DSS worker because they've already been removed from the home.
Right.
So then the child comes here and they meet with our children's advocate. The children's advocate tells them what's going to happen. Everybody who comes here gets a head-to-toe physical exam and then a forensic interview. The Dr. Carol Rotter does all our physical exams. She does all of these free of charge. The other thing I wanted to mention is there's never a charge for a child or their family to receive any services from the Children's Recovery Center.
Yeah.
So, so all our services are free of charge. So the child has a physical exam, and then they have a forensic interview. Whoever is, our model is that the child should only have to tell this story one time.
Right.
The police will not interview the child, neither will DSS. Neither will a medical professional. They'll just take, we call it a minimal facts interview. They'll take just some, they'll find out some basic facts, and then the child comes here, and then we have a trained forensic interviewer who interviews the child.
Okay.
The child, the videos are, everything is recorded here.
Right.
And so whoever is involved in the child's case, whether it be police, DSS, or a medical professional, is invited to come the day the child comes here and view the interview live.
Okay.
And so they can be, so they're viewing the interview. We have a room in the back, and then they're viewing the interview live.
Right.
This does a couple of things. It lets them, first of all, the most important thing is that the child only has to tell the story one
Right.
time.
Yeah, that's a big thing.
Yes, because the stories are so horrific that it can be re-traumatizing to for the child to have to tell it over and over again. So we only want the child to tell that story one time. The other thing is we like to help the police, get as much evidence as they can, and to make these criminal cases. A lot of times these cases are really hard to prove because it's been so long.
Yes.
And so there's no evidence. So my interviewer can excuse herself from the room for a minute and then come back and ask the child, ask the police or ask DSS if there's any other questions they would like them to ask. And they might give them some. The interviews they take anywhere from a half an hour to 3 hours, depending on what a child has to say. Our goal here is always to find the best outcome for each child who comes through our doors. We work very closely with our community partners, with DSS, police, law enforcement, the solicitor's office, the school district, to find the best outcome for each child that comes here, because that's really important to us.
Oh yeah, for sure. And it's so nice that you guys provide a safe, comfortable place.
That's right.
For these kids to do their interview. They're
Right.
not in a police station. They're not in a hospital, where that's very traumatizing in itself.
It is, and that before we had a child advocacy center in our community, that's exactly what happened.
Right.
That people would, the kids would be telling these stories in a loud, chaotic police station, or in a hospital emergency room, or a DSS office, and it's not
intimidating.
Yeah, and it's very intimidating, and it's not child friendly.
Right.
We have a very child friendly environment.
Yes.
Our house is painted bright pink on the outside, and it has a circus top theme on the inside. And it's a very fun place. The kids come. We have 2 therapy dogs. We have Roxy and Paisley, and they always provide some sort of entertainment for everyone. And I think a great deal of comfort too.
Very much so. It's that everyone knows that sitting there and interacting with the dog gives you some comfort.
That's right.
So if a child can interact with the dog, have some comfort, and tell their story and feel safe.
Exactly.
Which is amazing.
Yes,
you guys do
it is amazing. Yes.
And they do a lot of this based on donations from the community.
Yes, it's all done we are supported by donations from kind people. We have a group of great supporters. We are supported by grants and by fundraising activities. So, of course, last year was not a good year for fundraising for anyone.
Yes.
So we're hoping to make back some of our fundraising this year. April is Child Abuse Prevention Month. So the symbol for child abuse prevention is the pinwheel, because it flows freely and whimsically like a child should. And one of the things I like to think about the kids who come here is we can give them some of their childhood back.
Yes.
So tomorrow, April 22nd, we're having an open house at our Myrtle Beach location from 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. And we're going to be dedicating a tree to one of our board members who's recently passed away. And we're going to be having a ribbon cutting on our new property, which is right across the street.
Yeah.
So we would love for all of you to come by from 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. and plant a pinwheel in our pinwheel garden, and see what we're doing to combat child abuse on a daily basis.
Yeah.
We'll be giving tours of both our buildings. We'll let you see where the kids go for therapy, and it's going to be a good time.
Yeah, this new building's awesome. It gives you guys space for offices, for therapy over here, doctor's house over there, and then you have the other place for all of your children to come.
Correct.
So you have 2 working facilities here. It's amazing. Right here, we are on 17th Avenue?
This is 18th Avenue. This is
close to it.
That's right. This is the pink building is at 1801 Legion Street.
Mm-hmm.
And this building is at 605 18th Avenue North, right across the street.
Which is bright blue.
Yes, and it's blue. So we have a pink house and a blue house.
Exactly. So
Yes.
make sure you guys come by here tomorrow, 3 o'clock. They're going to get things started. They're going to do the 3:30, the tree dedication,
Right.
and then 4 o'clock will be the ribbon cutting here with the Chamber of Commerce.
That's right.
There's going to be some hors d'oeuvres and some,
Yes,
some refreshments
beverages,
for everyone.
yes.
Yeah, to enjoy.
Yes.
But for the biggest thing is to come and learn more about what the Children's Recovery Center is doing here, how the amazing work that they're working to help our children, not just, get the justice that they need, but to get into a home that that loves them.
Right.
And to share their story one time, get it out,
That's
and
right.
kind of hopefully start to recover.
That's right.
From that.
That's right. That's what
that
we
trauma.
want. We want these children to recover from their trauma and have the same attainable futures as any other child. And remember, if you see something, say something, because
Yes.
it's always better to say something and be wrong than to have not said anything at all.
Yeah. Yes.
Yes.
When something feels not right,
That's right.
there's a good chance that it's not right.
That's correct. That's
Yeah,
right.
Exactly.
That's right. That's
All right,
right.
so we will link to your Facebook page
Oh,
as
that's
well as
awesome.
all of your information so that everyone can find out about it. I've taken pictures of, we've got your flyer and everything like that. I'll post that up in the comments as well.
Okay.
But we'll hope to see everybody out here tomorrow to celebrate this amazing new building that they
Child
have.
abuse prevention. Plant a pinwheel in our pinwheel garden.
Yeah, that'll be so fun. I'm
I know.
excited to do that. All right,
All
so
right.
we'll see you again. This is another Revolution Round Town coming to you live from the Children's Recovery Center. Get out, help children in our community. You guys have a great day.
Thanks, everybody.